So obviously, ICE should be abolished. Unfortunately, our immigration system is so broken that something like ICE that performs some of the functions of ICE will probably continue to be necessary. This isn't actually that hard a shift to make. ICE itself is only a little over 20 years old. We used to have something, rather than immigration and customs enforcement, we had something that wasn't about enforcement, it was a service. It was an immigration and naturalization service. Of course, it also, did arbitrary and sad things, but that's just how you live in a modern immigration system. Reformatting ICE entirely is essential at this point. It has been proven that the personnel there and the organization and the DNA of ICE and the Department of Homeland Security are irretrievably damaging to the US Republic. This actually isn't that surprising. Governments have a lot of agencies. The Department of Justice, which is where the ICE equivalent, the INS, used to live, is about following the rules. It's about following the law. Sometimes that can be arbitrary, sometimes that can be ridiculous, but it's always run by lawyers who care about the US Constitution, and no matter what they want to do, they want to make it legal, they want to make it safe. That's actually the key of a functioning government that, we should always want. So what we need to do with the new ICE, however it's rebranded, is to put it back under the Department of Justice. Or maybe we could put it under the Department of Labor with a sane immigration system that sort of managed what kind of people we wanted. That's actually where INS used to live at the beginning of the mid 20th century. Um, the Department of Labor is about labor and figuring out how to run a labor market. The Department of Justice is about laws. Maybe we could put it under the IRS because this is kind of a revenue question. Maybe the DHS, the Department of Homeland Security, which absolutely needs to be abolished and sent away forever. All of the things under Department of Homeland Security probably still need to exist, but they need to be run by lawyers, people who care about laws and constitutions. The Department of Homeland Security needs to be completely extirpated. DOJ is about laws, labor is about labor, IRS is about revenue. The DHS is a reaction to 9/11, and it is about racist paranoia. Trump is, of course, perfectly suited to make DHS even worse, but DHS, at its origins, the whole point of DHS is racist paranoia. It's not surprising that giving all the immigration functions to the racist paranoia department have gotten us to this pointless, violent, stupid republic threatening point.